Hello everyone, and welcome to another vlog. I am back at Universal Studios Hollywood, and they're about to have Halloween Horror Nights here. Won't be here for that actual event, but I will look at their Halloween Horror Nights merchandise at the Universal Studios store behind me. So come along with me and we'll do that. But first, let's take a little look at some of the decor they have up for Halloween Horror Nights. And if we take a walk down Mainway Universal, we see a couple of the figures they have set up for Halloween Horror Nights. So just a little taste of what's to come for that event. And you can see some people taking some pictures here next to one of the figures. And we also have this scary clown. Of course, it wouldn't be complete without scary clowns. And I have to admit, I am not a big fan of going through Halloween mazes. I feel like everything always jumps out at me, so I'm not doing that. But I'm here during the daytime and I can enjoy the decor during the day when it's safer. And we see the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction is coming very far along. You can see the queue here being built, and most of the track for the coaster is complete. And in front of the ride, they have this Murder of Crows thing. That's a good one. They also have this Dia de los Muertos themed maze entrance over here, so pretty detailed maze entrance for that. It'd be great if they one day built an attraction here in this spot, but nonetheless, a pretty cool detailed Halloween Horror Night maze entrance here. And they have these guys by the studio tour area. Very giant, very creepy. And this looks very detailed, this witch in front of the Moulin Rouge area and the kind of French street that they have here at Universal Studios Hollywood. This entrance has pretty detailed mannequins in the front that look like real people, so I'm sure at night it's pretty scary. And then just before entering the Universal Studios store, we have the chainsaw clowns. So that's nice. But we'll go ahead and look at the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that they have in the Universal Studios store. Alright, so into the store we go. See what they have in store. I never use that joke, so enjoy that one. But right away you can see the Halloween Horror Night merchandise display that they have here, along with the Halloween Horror Nights logo for this year. So they have the 2025 branding there on these t-shirts. The t-shirts featuring the different things that will be included in the mazes. We'll go into that in a second. They also have these mugs featuring this creature that they have here. And then over here they have some more merch, including tumblers and this pin, very detailed pin for Halloween Horror Nights. Again with that gargoyle looking creature. And then of course wouldn't be complete without magnets. You have all the magnets of the Horror Nights kind of things that they have this year, including Five Nights at Freddy's. You have Art the Clown, Freddy Krueger earlier, Jason from Friday the 13th. And then they have this Horror Nights frame here. So if you're a fan, this one's actually pretty cool. It's just a general display for Halloween Horror Nights. Kind of a stained glass look, of course, with fire and blood. Wouldn't be complete without that. You have a Halloween Horror Nights logo sweater here. And then if we walk this way, there's actually more sweaters, and you have Terrifier here, including some popcorn buckets. And that is definitely a Terrifier. You have Art the Clown Funko Pop, which even in small form is creepy. And then various ornaments and pins for these characters. You have the Art the Clown glasses. Here's another Halloween Horror Nights shirt that they have, again with that gargoyle type of creature for the 2025 branding, some lanyards, and then just a larger die cut magnet. And they have a whole display here of the Universal monsters. So kind of that classic branding with the Wolfman, Dracula, all the classics, the Mummy. And you have some plush figures here of, again, the Wolfman and the Mummy. And kind of more plushes and friendlier looking items here. You have Bride of Frankenstein, including the plush there with Frankenstein's monster, I should say. And of course you have the Funko Pops. We saw this last time, but they have the Universal Monster Funko Pops. There was Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein. And then they have these kind of detailed figures below, including Frankenstein again, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and kind of the more detailed figures here. You got Creature from the Black Lagoon, of course, another classic. You got some lunch pails here of the Mummy, and then the Mummy posters and Wolfman posters, all the classic monster movie retro posters. If you're a monster movie horror fan, these are pretty neat to get. A little throwback. And they actually even have a display, if we go back here, to see kind of more detailed items you can get. You have a Dracula's ring, I think. No, mummy hand with ring, sorry. The Dracula, what is that called? Like the medal. And then Wolfman and Frankenstein detailed figures there. Then that box is what the medal comes in. So kind of more detailed, a little more expensive items. In this case, in front of the monster display. They have this Megan popcorn bucket, complete with removable face. So that is very creepy, and even just in its initial look, also very creepy, but a pretty detailed popcorn bucket here. And I mentioned they have Five Nights at Freddy's. They have quite a few things related to that here. They have the pizza jacket, fan here, if you're a big fan, get it. T-shirts over here. Then you have a kind of like Funko Pop looking figure here. The Five Nights at Freddy's. Backpack with moving eyes. Can follow you around. That's pretty creepy. And then these masks, speaking of creepy, from the characters of Five Nights at Freddy's. Up above here, and then some more t-shirts just below with the characters and the branding. And they also have these popcorn buckets. So that's another creepy one there. Yep. No shortage of creepy popcorn buckets. And then the same thing here with the hat version of the popcorn bucket. And there's Scooby-Doo merchandise here. You got the Scooby Snacks mug, a classic Scooby-Doo shirt with Shaggy and Scooby, and then the entire Scooby-Doo group over here. And then Scooby-Doo with the villains shirt. Mystery Machine mug with the groovy font. Nice. And then some Scooby-Doo backpacks. You got these mints that come in a Mystery Machine tin. It's pretty good. And then even like a Scooby snack candy tin here. Yeah, so there you go for all you Scooby-Doo fans. And then they have the headbands, of course. They also have their famous pumpkin here in headband form. You got even an ornament, a light-up ornament. The Universal pumpkin, featured in Halloween Horror Nights for years now. And then they have these just general Halloween Horror Nights sweaters over here. They have the Nope area of the studio tour merchandise over here. So they have kind of all of the Nope themed Jupiter's Claim magnets and buttons over here, part of the tram tour, and I guess they're highlighting that for Horror Nights. And they have the Lil Boo pillow
with the spiderweb eyes over here. And then another shirt. They have this Halloween Horror Nights magnet with the stained glass look that we saw earlier. And then we saw this great popcorn bucket earlier as well, Terrifier. And it does live up to its name. And I got my free past member magnet with Bride of Frankenstein. Nice little Halloween souvenir.
All right, well, that was some interesting merchandise they had. My favorite has to be the Universal Monster merchandise. It's just a classic. But let me know what you think your favorite was, and if you'll be coming to Halloween Horror Nights if you're not as much of a wimp as I am and actually going through the mazes. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.